Welcome to News 9. I'm Varghese. First up, Chiranjeevi cast his vote at Jubilee Hills in Hyderabad, but there was controversy over his voting as he skipped the queue to cast his ballot. But the people started arguing and asked him to get back in line. Well, it was not a smooth voting for Chiranjeevi out there when he came to vote at Jubilee Hills. He tried to skip the queue, but the people immediately demanded the Congress leader should in fact stand in queue and vote, and not to skip and be given special treatment. The people started arguing with the actor turned politician, and he had to wait in the queue before he could cast his vote along with his family. Well, Chiranjeevi came along with his family to Jubilee Hills to cast his vote. He was there with his son Ram Charan, and they tried skipping the queue, but it did not go down well with the voters at that particular polling booth, and they in fact demanded and argued with the actor to in fact to be in line and to come and vote according to the rules that are there. The actor was in fact forced to join the queue and then wait for his turn to vote in the particular polling booth. But these are the visuals that show the actor at the Jubilee Hills polling station, where he's getting his documents verified to cast his vote, and he's proceeding towards that particular polling booth. Over there, as he was trying to skip the line,
you need a special treatment. No, please. Your son is here. He should be in the queue, right? No. Please be in the queue. In the election day, nobody in the queue. He may be separated by his
well, when Chiranjeevi, the actor turned politician, in fact tried to jump the queue, he was in fact asked by a young voter to stand in queue before, and that since a lot of people were waiting at that particular polling booth, Chiranjeevi was in fact asked to get back in line by a very young voter who was also appreciated by the people who were standing in that queue. Chiranjeevi and his family in fact had to go back and stand in queue and then later go and vote. Chiranjeevi accepted, and in fact he apologized to those people and said that he will be back in line. The actor turned politician had a kind of an embarrassing voting day today. Well, Modi had spoken to the media holding the lotus symbol in hand, and this has not gone too well with the Congress. Clearly, Congress wasn't impressed by Modi's strong words and had announced that they will file a complaint against Modi with the EC, stating that Modi's address to the media was a clear violation of the poll code of conduct. Modi in his speech said that he was honored to be casting his vote for L.K. Advani's constituency and also thanked the people of Gujarat. He also went on to say that this time around he has managed to spend only 18 hours in the last 100 days. He also urged people to come out and vote. In true Modi style, BJP's Prime Minister candidate today cast his vote. A huge crowd gathered in minutes as Modi's name was chanted by all those gathered there. Soon after casting his vote, in a very symbolic gesture, Modi spoke to the media holding the lotus symbol in his hand. And this didn't go down too well with the Congress. Clearly, the Congress wasn't impressed by Modi's strong words and has announced that they will file a complaint against Modi with the Election Commission. It also went on to state that Modi's address to the media was a clear violation of the poll code of conduct. Modi in his speech said that he was honored to be casting his vote for L.K. Advani's constituency and also thanked the people of Gujarat for coming out and voting. He also went on to say that this time around he had managed to spend only 18 hours in the last 100 days. He also urged people to come out and vote. the lotus symbol there, creating a problem for Modi as he had upheld it while addressing the media, and the Congress has not taken to it kindly. The Congress said that it will go ahead and file a complaint with the EC with regards to this particular media address where Modi in fact was seen showing the white lotus to the media personnel. The Congress believes that this is in fact a poll code violation and that it gives undue advantage to the BJP. Here we have the visuals of Modi taking a selfie after he had cast his vote. Modi being quite active on the social networking sites, in fact has been using it quite profoundly to connect with the young voters in the country. Here we see him taking a selfie after casting his vote, and in that also the lotus symbol in fact is shown. Modi in fact lands in controversy after the Congress has decided to file a complaint with the Election Commission with regards to his use of the lotus symbol while addressing the media. In these visuals, we see him taking a selfie along with the lotus symbol after he had cast his vote at Ranip in Ahmedabad. Ranip falls under the Gandhinagar constituency where L.K. Advani is contesting on a BJP ticket. Well, for more on what's happening at Ground Zero, we are joined by Harish, our correspondent who's right there. Harish, how's the ground mood over there?
Well, around 9 o'clock, official figures tell us that 17% is the voting turnout that has happened till 9 o'clock. It's a good voter turnout for the first few hours, and we have gone to several polling stations here in Ahmedabad, and most of them have recorded around 20 to 25% polling in the first few hours. At least till late 9:30, 10 o'clock, they have recorded 20-25% polling. That's an impressive turnout, but the only factor is, will this turnout be constant? Will people still come out to vote? Remember, the crucial concern for several political parties and election officers is the fact that after 10 o'clock, the heat will increase. Will people come out? Will people of Gujarat beat the heat and come out and vote? That's the concern. Remember, for the past 3 days, that's Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, there has been a heat wave warning issued by the local Met Department. And here in Ahmedabad, in the past few days, Varghese, the temperature has reached around 42-43 degrees Celsius. And in various parts of Gujarat as well, the temperature is just above 44%. So that is really the concern for election officials as well as political parties. Will this affect the turnout? Remember, last time around too, during the polling day for the Lok Sabha, it was one of the hottest days in April recorded in the past 1 decade in Gujarat. That meant that last time around the Gujarat state noticed a very abysmal 40-odd% voting turnout in the whole state. So that is a concern. But this time political parties are hoping that the extra hour given by the Election Commission, remember this time it is from 7 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening. So people are hoping, political parties are hoping that post 4 o'clock and before 11 o'clock in the morning, people will throng the polling stations and there will be a good voter turnout. The initial turnout suggests that it is an impressive turnout. Remember, 17% at 9 o'clock is a good turnout, and several places here in Ahmedabad too have recorded around 20-25% voting around
Harish,
9:30.
I'll put you
so
on
that's
hold
a good one,
for a second. Harish, we have a tweet coming in from Ashutosh with regards to the Modi press conference, and this is what it says. Good morning. How come Modi be allowed to hold a press conference with a party symbol on voting day? Violation of EC guideline. Will EC react? BJP released manifesto on polling day. Modi did roadshow on other polling day, and now PC with party symbol today. Will EC react? Well, this is what Ashutosh, the candidate from AAP in Delhi, has in fact said. He said in his Twitter account, "Good morning. How come Modi be allowed to hold a press conference with party symbol on voting day? Violation of the Election Commission's guideline. Will EC react? BJP released manifesto on polling day. Modi did roadshow on the other polling day and now PC with party symbol today. Will EC react? Harish, as you're from ground zero, it seems that that particular symbol and usage of it at that press conference has really triggered a controversy. In fact, Ashutosh coming out in the Twitter and in fact criticizing and asking whether the EC will react after also explaining several other perceived poll code violations.
Yes, you have Ashutosh who is lashed out at this tactic by the BJP on his Twitter account, but at the same time you have several Congress leaders who have commented, and we are told that Congress is seriously contemplating to file a case against Narendra Modi for violation of the poll code of conduct. There are two crucial things that you will have to notice in this one. Was this party symbol used outside the 100-meter circle or the inside 100-meter radius of the polling station? If it was inside the 100-meter, then it's a clear-cut violation. Nobody, whether it's a candidate or a normal voter, can sport any kind of a fabric or a symbol that has any connection with any political party. That's clear by the Election Commission. With regard to his speech to the media, with regard to his press conference, there are a few issues that need to be looked into. If in fact in his entire speech, if anywhere, even once, does he mention that please come out and vote for his party, for BJP, or anything that somewhere relates to that one, then it's a clear-cut violation of poll code of conduct. Then it will be considered as online campaigning or election campaigning on electronic media, and it is a clear-cut violation, and he will be booked for that. So now, after this complaint by the Congress party, the Election Commission will definitely look into very detail of this press conference. They will go into each and every word used, and if anywhere it does hint that he is asking people to come out and vote for his party, or somewhere he is putting forward his propaganda, then it becomes a clear-cut case of electronic campaigning, electronic medium used for campaigning, and that's a violation, Varghese.
Well, Harish, also it looks very subliminal if you look at it, even though he must be speaking with saying that please come and vote without directly mentioning the party. The symbol itself seems to be a very subliminal way of interacting with voters.
Yes, if you've followed the entire tactics of BJP, they've come very close to violating the poll code of conduct, and somewhere they've utilized that grey area to their advantage, or misused or utilized or used very efficiently for their advantage. They released their poll manifesto when there was campaigning happening, or when there was election happening in a different state, as Ashutosh has raised it in his tweet. So these are some of the grey areas that the Election Commission will have to come into picture and give us some clarity on. Remember, now India has got used to this multi-phase of campaigning, multi-phase of elections. So somewhere there needs to be a clear-cut guidelines on whether the parties can campaign on the days when there are elections happening in some other state, and whether the speech given out is somewhere hinting towards people voting to BJP. Can there be, as you rightly mentioned, very subtle gestures and subtle symbols being used in the speech? Is that okay, or does the law say that it should be clear-cut statement asking vote for their party? So these are some of the grey areas that Election Commission too will have to come out and give out a clear guidelines on, and hopefully this campaign by the Congress party will trigger that, Varghese.
Well, thank you, Harish, for joining us with all those details. In fact, Modi might land in controversy because the Congress is quite upset with the press conference that was held after he cast his vote, and in which the party symbol of the BJP was in fact highlighted. He was seen holding it while giving his address to the media.